And then we did pivot number two most recently, which was super exciting. And we pivoted back to a fixed rate agency loan, but coupled with a lower leverage agency loan coupled with a $4 million preferred equity slug to get back to a $24 million proceed amount equal to the 70% loan to cost bridge loan. So keeping leverage the same, but going back to a fixed rate structure. And with the preferred equity, you have a current and accrual payment concept with preferred equity. And that's very common. Most preferred equity structures include a current component, which is basically a monthly interest payment that you pay on the preferred equity, and then an accrual component, which is you gross up the preferred payment upon a capital event. So we are able to substantially lower our cost of capital on a current basis by switching to this more complex structure. And again, talking about complexity, talking about change, even if they're for the better, it is difficult when it comes to investors to go back to them and say, oh, you know what, we actually changed the deal structure and we made it more complicated. A lot of investors would just go, okay, no thanks, I'm going to pass. It doesn't make sense. So I think we're really lucky because although we are in the syndication space, more or less, yes, we have some institutional partners and some very sophisticated partners. We still are kind of generally in that more syndication space, which obviously, unfortunately to say, is generally less sophisticated. But with that in mind, I think we kind of are on the more sophisticated end, just given the way that we are and who we attract and the investors that we're lucky to have. So our investors, you can chime in on this because you're talking to them every single day. Our investors have certainly stuck by us. They've been excited by the concept. However, I haven't quite seen, have we had anyone who originally passed on the deal and then because of the change got excited enough to the point where they decided to jump in?
Well, I think it's too tough to say too early if they were out then in due to the switch of everything, due to the fact that maybe they didn't explicitly say, oh no, because I think a lot of times in the culture we're in right now, no one, if it's a no, they're just not going to get back to you. If it's a yes, they're going to obviously funnel into your systems, right?